In a world not so far from our reality, imagine a landscape where vibrant fields of green stretch across the crimson soil of Mars. This isn't just a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's a glimpse into what the future might hold as we journey beyond our home planet. With the challenges of dwindling resources and a growing population on Earth, the idea of setting up colonies in space becomes increasingly compelling. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Artificial intelligence and genetic engineering are leading this charge, turning the science fiction dream of sustaining crops in harsh, alien environments into a tangible reality. These technologies are pioneering ways to nurture life in places once thought impossible, offering solutions not only for space but also for extreme climates here at home. Today, we dive into these groundbreaking innovations that are literally reshaping our potential future in space. But it raises the fascinating question, just how do we convert an inhospitable world into fertile ground? Imagine stepping onto the surface of Mars. The landscape is rugged and barren, dominated by iron oxide dust that gives the planet its signature red hue. During the day, temperatures might barely climb above freezing, while at night they plummet to a chilling -150 degrees Fahrenheit. Radiation levels from the sun and cosmic rays are astonishingly high, thanks to the thin atmosphere and lack of a magnetic field. On the Moon, conditions are similarly unforgiving, with temperatures swinging between scorching heat and bone-chilling cold, along with an almost complete lack of atmosphere. These celestial bodies, along with other potential habitats in our solar system, present environments that make traditional agriculture seem like an impossible dream. Yet, as implausible as it might seem, the idea of growing crops in these harsh conditions is not just an aspiration but a necessity for sustained human presence beyond Earth. Experts have long grappled with the challenges posed by extreme temperatures, intense radiation, and the microgravity that disrupts the growth patterns of plants. Traditional crops on Earth rely on predictable light cycles, fertile soil, and a stable climate luxuries that are scarce in these extraterrestrial environments. So, how do scientists and engineers propose to overcome these seemingly insurmountable hurdles? The answers lie in the intersection of biological ingenuity and cutting-edge technology. Insights from experts highlight that creating a sustainable agricultural system off-planet requires a radical rethinking of how plants can grow. It demands an evolution of our understanding of resilience, which is found abundantly in nature. Consider the fascinating ecosystems on Earth that already push the boundaries of plant endurance. Deserts, with their searing heat and lack of water, host cacti that store moisture in their thick stems. The tundra, with its freezing temperatures and short growing seasons, supports hardy grasses and shrubs. These natural adaptations offer a wealth of genetic information that scientists aim to harness and enhance through genetic engineering. The use of artificial intelligence plays a pivotal role in this endeavor. AI systems are capable of analyzing vast datasets to identify genes that confer resilience to heat, cold, or drought. By applying these insights, geneticists can develop crops specifically tailored to withstand the extreme conditions found on Mars, the Moon, and beyond. These crops not only have to thrive perhaps using hydroponic systems that bypass the need for soil, but they also must provide the necessary nutrients to sustain human life far from Earth. The biological and technological hurdles are enormous, yet overcoming them is crucial for the dream of space colonization to become a reality. For instance, genetic modifications could produce plants with enhanced radiation resistance or altered growth cycles to adapt to the unique light conditions on other planets. Moreover, AI can optimize growth conditions in controlled environments, ensuring maximum yield and efficiency. As we transition to the next segment, let's consider that understanding resilience in Earth's ecosystems is just the beginning. The marriage of this ancient biological wisdom with modern technological prowess holds the key to unlocking agricultural potential in the most extreme environments imaginable. This ambitious vision carries the hope of not only making space colonies viable, but also revolutionizing how we approach agriculture back on Earth, especially in regions facing the increasing impacts of climate change. Picture the resilient life forms that have thrived in Earth's most extreme climates. From the scorching deserts to the icy tundras, plants have evolved an array of fascinating adaptations that allow them to endure where others cannot. Take, for example, the mighty cactus, a living reservoir in arid landscapes. Its thick, waxy skin and ability to store water are not just survival strategies but lessons in efficiency and resource management. Then there are the tenacious Arctic plants, which manage to squeeze a full life cycle into the short summer months, utilizing antifreeze proteins to survive sub-zero temperatures. These incredible adaptations are rooted in genetic traits that have been refined over millennia. The waxy coating on cactus leaves reduces water loss, while deep root systems tap into underground reserves. Arctic plants, on the other hand, have adapted to harness and maximize sunlight during scarce, fleeting growing seasons. It's a testament to nature's ingenuity, a complex dance of biology and environment that equips plants not only to survive but to flourish. Here enters the fascinating world of genetic engineering, where scientists endeavor to harness and enhance these innate traits for entirely new frontiers. The goal is to develop crops that can withstand the challenges posed by extraterrestrial environments, drawing inspiration from nature's most resilient specimens. For instance, scientists have successfully modified crops to enhance drought resistance by introducing genes that regulate water usage more effectively. Crops like genetically engineered soybean and maize now exhibit improved drought tolerance, offering a glimpse into the transformative potential of genetic engineering. But what specific traits will be essential for farming on Mars or the Moon? Will it be the ability to survive on minimal water like desert plants, or perhaps the ability to photosynthesize efficiently in low-light conditions, similar to some deep-sea algae? Could antifreeze proteins from Arctic plants be adapted to help crops endure the extreme temperature fluctuations on the Moon? Genetic engineering allows for the exploration of these possibilities, enabling the creation of plants that not only resist environmental stresses but also contribute to sustaining human life in space by providing necessary nutrients. Yet, the complexity of tailoring these genetic modifications to the unique challenges of extraterrestrial agriculture is where artificial intelligence comes into play. AI serves as an invaluable tool in decoding the vast genetic information needed to optimize these traits. It can process immense datasets to pinpoint genetic markers associated with desired traits, such as water efficiency or rapid growth cycles. By simulating growth under different conditions, AI can also predict how genetically modified plants might perform in the variable environments of space. This accelerates the development process, allowing for more precise and targeted genetic engineering. As we marvel at nature's resilience on Earth, we stand on the cusp of channeling this resilience into a new era of agriculture, one that could redefine our existence in space. The potential to engineer crops that are not only hardy but also sustainable in environments previously deemed inhospitable is a compelling testament to human innovation. It poses intriguing questions. How far can we push the boundaries of plant adaptability? Which genetic traits will prove to be the most critical in the quest to farm the stars? These considerations open the door to our next exploration: how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way we design and test these extraterrestrial crops. ensuring they can thrive not just under the harsh, empty skies of another world, but within the sustainable systems we envision for our future. Artificial intelligence is at the forefront of revolutionizing genetic engineering, particularly in the development of crops capable of thriving in extreme environments such as those found on Mars or other extraterrestrial locations. The vast potential of AI lies in its ability to process and analyze enormous datasets with speed and precision, uncovering genetic patterns and traits that might otherwise take decades for humans to decipher. This incredible computational power allows scientists to identify the genetic markers that contribute to plant resilience, such as drought resistance, rapid growth, or the ability to withstand high radiation levels. One of the most striking applications of AI in this field is the use of machine learning algorithms. These algorithms can sift through massive amounts of genetic data to predict which genetic modifications are most likely to result in successful crop adaptations. By understanding these genetic blueprints, AI not only accelerates the research process but also refines the selection of traits that are crucial for survival in extreme environments. Consider an example where AI has been used to enhance crop yields. In traditional agriculture, improving crop yields often involves trial and error, breeding plants over generations. However, AI can model countless scenarios and growth conditions within hours, predicting which genetic modifications will yield the best results in a fraction of the time. For instance, scientists have used AI to analyze genetic data from rice plants, identifying genes that increase yield under specific conditions. The insights gained allow researchers to engineer rice varieties that produce higher yields and are more resistant to pests. Moreover, AI-driven techniques have been pivotal in developing plants that can thrive in drought-prone areas. Machine learning models have identified combinations of genetic traits that enable plants to grow with minimal water, crucial for environments where water is scarce. These innovations have already made a significant impact in regions afflicted by climate change, helping farmers maintain productivity in increasingly harsh climates. Experts highlight AI's transformative impact on agricultural genetics, noting its ability to not only enhance plant resilience but also to democratize access to this technology. By reducing the time and cost associated with genetic research, AI makes it possible for smaller research institutions and agricultural companies to participate in the development of these cutting-edge crops. The implications of AI-driven genetic engineering extend far beyond Earth. As we consider establishing colonies on planets with hostile environments, crops designed with AI's assistance become indispensable. Imagine a Martian greenhouse where plants not only grow but also purify the air and recycle water, forming a miniature ecosystem that sustains human life. These crops could be tailored to Mars's unique conditions, with genetic traits that enable them to thrive in low-pressure, high-radiation environments, producing the necessary nutrients to support a healthy diet for space colonists. As we delve deeper into this topic, it's worth considering how these AI-enhanced crops could redefine our approach to agriculture on Earth and beyond. What new possibilities arise when we can engineer plants to grow in almost any condition? How might this influence our ability to establish self-sustaining colonies on other planets? By addressing these questions, AI not only advances our scientific understanding, but also lays the foundation for a future where human life thrives beyond our home planet. As we explore the next chapter, we'll examine the specific needs of space colonies and how these AI-driven innovations can meet those demands, paving the way for sustainable living in space. Designing crops for outer space is an inspiring fusion of science, innovation, and imagination, driven by the needs of future space explorers. At the heart of this endeavor lies the strategic application of artificial intelligence and genetic engineering, technologies that allow us to create plant life capable of surviving and thriving in the stark conditions of space. One of the primary challenges when cultivating crops beyond Earth is the severe limitation of resources such as water and sunlight. Traditional agricultural methods rely heavily on these resources, but scientists are pioneering ways to grow crops with much less. For instance, hydroponic systems which allow plants to grow in mineral-rich water without soil are being adapted for space missions. This method is incredibly water efficient since it recycles the nutrient solution, minimizing waste. Vertical farming further enhances this efficiency by using space judiciously, stacking layers of plants to maximize yield in a confined area, ideal for spacecraft and space stations. Several projects are at the forefront of developing these space-specific crops. NASA's Vegetable Production System, known as VEGI, is an ongoing experiment aboard the International Space Station. It tests the viability of growing plants in microgravity, exploring how factors such as water flow and root growth are affected in a weightless environment. Lettuce and zinnias have been successfully grown and consumed in space, marking a significant step in achieving autonomous food production for long-term missions. Another groundbreaking project is the European Space Agency's MILI-SSA program, which seeks to create a self-sustaining life support system incorporating both plant and microbial life to recycle waste, purify water, and produce oxygen and food. Prototype plants for this project include wheat and algae, chosen for their fast growth and high yield of essential nutrients. These innovations raise essential ethical and ecological questions. What are the implications of creating genetically modified organisms for space? Could these modifications lead to unintended consequences if introduced back to Earth's ecosystems, or if they encounter extraterrestrial environments? How do we ensure that these advancements remain sustainable and beneficial in the long run without compromising biodiversity? As we ponder these questions, we must also consider the potential applications of these technologies on Earth, especially as agriculture faces challenges from increasing population pressures and climate change. Testing grounds on our planet, such as vertical farms in urban areas or closed-loop systems designed for arid regions, are proving invaluable for refining techniques that might one day be implemented on Mars or the Moon. These Earth-based experiments not only help perfect the technology, but also offer immediate benefits in terms of increased food security and reduced environmental impact. In summary, the journey to create crops tailored for space is as much a scientific quest as it is a philosophical one. It challenges us to rethink how we interact with our environment, both here on Earth and in the cosmos. As we transition to explore real-world testing grounds and their contributions to this innovative field, consider how these advancements might reshape our approach to agriculture and sustainability. What lessons can we learn from these ventures that could apply to our planetary challenges, and how might they influence the future of farming as we look to the stars? Imagine walking through a research facility designed to mimic the harsh landscapes of another world, a place where the air feels as crisp and cold as Antarctica, or as barren and rocky as the Martian surface. These terrestrial testing grounds are vital to our efforts in developing crops that can thrive in space. They offer invaluable insights into how plants might adapt, survive, and even flourish in environments that are radically different from Earth's lush green fields. One such example is the use of Mars simulators. These controlled environments replicate the Martian atmosphere, temperature fluctuations, and soil composition, allowing scientists to test how various plant species respond to these conditions. Researchers use these simulators to examine the effects of reduced sunlight and high radiation levels on plant growth, which are significant challenges when considering agriculture on Mars. In the harsh cold of the Antarctic, another set of experiments is providing crucial data. The Eden ISS project, located at the Noumea Station Roman 3, offers a perfect analog for space farming. This isolated and extreme environment allows scientists to test closed-loop hydroponic systems that could someday be used on Mars or the Moon. The project's experimental greenhouse has successfully grown a variety of crops, including lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers, providing fresh produce for the research crew and valuable lessons on greenhouse management in severe climates. These testing grounds not only simulate space-like conditions, but also serve as incubators for refining genetic and artificial intelligence strategies. For instance, by observing how different genetic traits perform in these demanding settings, scientists can tweak genes to enhance resilience and productivity. AI plays a crucial role in this process by analyzing growth patterns and environmental interactions, enabling quick adjustments to optimize plant performance. Case studies from these simulations reveal both triumphs and hurdles. At the Antarctic base, the harsh weather conditions and limited sunlight presented significant challenges. Yet, innovations like LED lighting systems that mimic the sun's spectrum have allowed crops to photosynthesize efficiently. Likewise, the Mars simulators have helped identify which plant species are most likely to thrive in Martian regolith, advancing our understanding of soil compatibility issues. The collaboration between space agencies and agricultural scientists has been instrumental in these endeavors. NASA, the European Space Agency, and numerous academic institutions have pooled resources and expertise, fostering a multidisciplinary approach that merges space science with agronomy. These collaborations have accelerated progress, transforming theoretical models into practical applications. Lessons from these terrestrial experiments have already informed space-bound missions. They underscore the importance of redundancy and resilience, teaching us that adaptability is key. For instance, the redundancy systems tested in Antarctica, where crops are grown in both soil and hydroponics, ensure that if one system fails, another can still provide sustenance. Reflecting on these experiments highlights the evolution of space farming concepts from purely theoretical exercises to actionable research with tangible outcomes. What began as a futuristic vision is gradually solidifying into a practical reality, bridging the gap between Earth's fields and the unknown landscapes of other planets. This brings us to a fascinating historical context. How did these ideas of space farming first take root, and how have they evolved over decades? As we explore the timeline of these groundbreaking concepts, consider how these historical milestones have paved the way for current innovations and what they tell us about humanity's enduring quest to reach the stars. Through these terrestrial trials, we not only prepare for space exploration but also enrich agricultural practices on Earth, creating a cycle of learning and adaptation that benefits both worlds. The dream of growing food in space is as old as the first ventures beyond our atmosphere. It all began with the pioneering work of the Soviet and American space programs during the mid-20th century. As spaceships carried humans beyond the confines of our blue planet, they also carried the seeds, quite literally, of what would become a new era in agricultural science. Early experiments, such as those conducted aboard the Soviet Salyut stations and the American Skylab, were groundbreaking. These missions were the first to explore how plants respond to the microgravity environment of space, observing how seeds germinate, roots orient, and plants mature without the influence of gravity. The challenges were immediate and complex. In the absence of gravity, water and air don't behave as they do on Earth, complicating traditional growing methods. It was during these missions that the concept of hydroponic growing systems emerged as a viable method for providing nutrients and water in a microgravity environment. This was a pivotal breakthrough, forming the basis of all subsequent space agriculture experiments. Fast forward to the 90s, and the International Space Station ISS became a hub for further agricultural research. It was here that NASA's Veggie program saw its inception. The Veggie Spaceplant Growth System set the stage for growing and consuming fresh produce in space, marking a critical milestone with the cultivation of red romaine lettuce in 2015. This was not merely a scientific victory but a psychological one. The presence of fresh food improved the mood and morale of astronauts, highlighting the intangible benefits of space-grown crops. Throughout the decades, each experiment built upon the successes and failures of its predecessors, bringing us closer to the sophisticated, AI-driven projects we see today. Consider the pivotal Zinnia experiment aboard the ISS. These flowers encountered multiple growth issues, from mold to dehydration, yet they were instrumental in highlighting the importance of adaptive growth management systems, leading to technologies that combine artificial intelligence with environmental sensors to regulate plant growth conditions automatically. As we discuss these historical achievements, it's crucial to recognize how they laid the groundwork for current advancements in AI and genetic engineering. By understanding plant behavior in space, scientists can now use AI to simulate growth conditions, analyze plant responses, and optimize genetic modifications to enhance resilience and productivity. These tools have opened new possibilities for designing plants that can endure the extreme conditions not just of space but also of inhospitable regions on Earth. The rapid evolution of space farming over the past few decades is nothing short of remarkable. From simple seed experiments to genetically designed crops optimized by AI, the field has advanced in leaps and bounds, reflecting humanity's relentless drive to overcome the barriers of nature and technology. As we stand on the brink of colonizing new worlds, we must ask ourselves, what does the future hold for these technologies? How might they reshape agriculture on Earth, particularly in a world facing climate change and resource scarcity? The answers are profound, for the innovations we develop for space have the potential to transform terrestrial agriculture, driving sustainability and food security in ways that were once the realm of science fiction. Through the lens of history, we can see how each step forward brings us closer to a future where humanity's reach extends beyond the stars, serving as a testament to our ingenuity and resilience. In the next segment, let's delve into the potential impacts of these technologies on Earth, exploring how they might revolutionize the way we grow food and coexist with our environment. The innovations born from our quest to grow food in space are not confined to the realm of otherworldly colonies. They hold transformative potential for agriculture right here on Earth. The technologies pioneered for extraterrestrial farming are equally applicable to tackling some of the planet's most pressing agricultural challenges. As climate change, dwindling resources, and population growth pressure our existing food systems, the lessons learned from space offer a blueprint for resilience and sustainability on Earth. One of the most significant benefits is the prospect of increased food security through climate-resistant crops. Genetic engineering and artificial intelligence can help develop plant varieties that are better suited to withstand extreme weather conditions, such as prolonged droughts, heat waves, or unexpected frosts. By examining plant genetics in detail, scientists can identify and enhance traits that contribute to resilience, ensuring crops retain productivity even as climates shift. For example, the development of drought-resistant maize or flood-tolerant rice could stabilize yields in regions where traditional crops struggle due to climate variability. Moreover, these advanced agricultural techniques could revolutionize farming in areas traditionally considered unfit for agriculture. Imagine transforming arid deserts into lush green spaces or growing food in urban skyscrapers where space is at a premium. Vertical farming and hydroponics, refined through space research, offer sustainable solutions for urban food production, reducing the reliance on vast tracts of land and cutting down transportation emissions by bringing food production closer to consumption centers. The societal and economic impacts of these innovations are profound. By strengthening food security, we can alleviate potential conflicts over resources, create jobs in new agri-tech sectors, and foster economic stability in rural areas through improved yields and resilience against climate shocks. This democratization of advanced agricultural technology has the power to uplift communities globally, providing them with the tools to become self-sufficient and resilient in the face of changing climates. Environmentally, these innovations promise a more sustainable approach to agriculture. By optimizing water use, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers through precise nutrient delivery systems, and minimizing land use, these technologies can significantly lessen the environmental footprint of farming. The potential to reclaim degraded land further underscores the profound environmental benefits of space-borne agricultural innovation. However, as we stand on the cusp of these advancements, we must contemplate the ethical implications and responsibilities they entail. Who will access these technologies, and how will they be distributed equitably across different regions and communities? How do we strike a balance between genetic modification and biodiversity preservation? These questions urge us to consider a future where ethical stewardship goes hand in hand with technological advancement. In pondering these ethical dilemmas, we can embrace a visionary perspective on the future of agriculture. The technology developed for space agriculture doesn't just serve the ambition of colonizing other planets, it enables us to rethink our relationship with Earth's ecosystems. It invites us to envisage a world where food production progresses from being a source of environmental stress to one of harmony and sustainability. As humanity expands its horizons, both on Earth and into space, the integration of these technologies could redefine not just how we cultivate crops, but how we perceive our potential as stewards of multiple worlds. Could these innovations pave the way for harmoniously integrated human settlements, uplifting quality of life while ensuring the longevity of our planet's resources? As we explore the next chapter, this vision of the future presents both opportunities and responsibilities, challenging us to create a world, and possibly worlds, that flourish thanks to our ingenuity and respect for life's delicate balance. As we gaze into the future, the convergence of artificial intelligence and genetic engineering paints an extraordinary picture, a vision where humanity establishes self-sustaining colonies across distant planets. Imagine a landscape where the red sands of Mars or the icy plains of Europa become home to lush, verdant ecosystems. This isn't just a fantasy. It's a potential reality being crafted through the collaborative efforts of scientists, engineers, and visionaries worldwide. In this future, AI continues to evolve, becoming even more adept at managing the complexities of extraterrestrial environments. Advanced AI systems will monitor and regulate the delicate balance of these new ecosystems, ensuring plants receive optimal light, nutrients, and water even in the harshest conditions. Machine learning algorithms will predict climate patterns on alien worlds, allowing for adaptive farming strategies that preemptively address potential challenges, such as dust storms on Mars or radiation flares. Meanwhile, genetic engineering will push the boundaries of what's possible, creating crops that are not just resilient but thrive in conditions we can scarcely imagine. These plants may be capable of photosynthesizing with minimal sunlight, extracting nutrients from alien soils, or even purifying their atmosphere to support human life. Geneticists are already exploring how to combine the durability of Earth's toughest species with the unique demands of space life, converting theoretical models into practical solutions. Upcoming missions and research endeavors are paving the way for these advancements. NASA's Artemis program aims to establish a sustainable human presence on the Moon by the end of this decade, serving as a proving ground for technologies that will one day support life on Mars. Meanwhile, private enterprises like SpaceX are ambitiously planning missions to Mars, where the challenge of self-sustaining agriculture will be central to long-term habitation. The European Space Agency is also ramping up its efforts, with projects focused on creating life-supporting ecosystems that integrate seamlessly with natural planetary environments. Futurists and scientists speculate about even more ambitious possibilities. Some imagine bioengineered plants that serve dual purposes: food production and habitat formation. These plants could form the foundation of living ecosystems, creating breathable atmospheres and stabilizing soils on barren worlds. Such ecosystems might evolve into biodomes, enclosed habitats where human and non-human life coexists, mimicking Earth's natural cycles within a controlled environment. Envisioning humanity as interstellar gardeners invites us to consider our role in the cosmos. We are not merely explorers or conquerors, but cultivators of life in places where it does not naturally exist. This shift in perspective brings with it responsibilities, ethical considerations about the impact of our presence, and the changes we introduce to extraterrestrial environments. As we plant the seeds of life on other worlds, we must also plant seeds of awareness, integrity, and stewardship. Reflecting on this journey, we are reminded of the significance it holds for our species and our planet. The challenges we face in creating self-sustaining colonies mirror the challenges on Earth: resource management, environmental protection, and sustainability. Success in space agriculture not only opens doors to the stars but also provides solutions to terrestrial issues, offering insights into sustainable living that can be applied here and now. As we stand on the brink of becoming a multi-planetary species, let us embrace the vision of interstellar gardening as one of hope and potential. It's a vision that speaks to our deepest aspirations: to survive, to thrive, and to care for the worlds we inhabit. By nurturing life beyond Earth, we affirm our commitment to preserving it within our precious home planet. As we explore these profound possibilities, we invite you to reflect on what this means for you, for humanity, and for our place in the universe. As we reach the conclusion of our journey through the fascinating realm of artificial intelligence and genetic engineering, it's clear that these technologies hold transformative potential, not only for space colonization, but also for solving some of Earth's most pressing challenges. We've explored how AI, with its unparalleled ability to analyze complex data, can optimize the growth and resilience of crops designed to thrive in the harshest environments imaginable. From the barren landscapes of Mars to the icy surfaces of other celestial bodies, these innovations are paving the way for sustainable human presence beyond our planet. Genetic engineering, working hand in hand with AI, allows us to enhance plant traits that were once thought to be immutable. By tapping into the resilience found in Earth's most enduring species, we are engineering crops capable of surviving in extreme climates. This not only opens the door to a future where space colonies are self-sustaining, but also provides vital solutions for agriculture back home, particularly in regions affected by climate change. The intertwined future of humanity and technology offers remarkable prospects for overcoming existential challenges. As we look ahead, the vision of interstellar gardening invites us to rethink our role as stewards of life, whether on Earth or across the cosmos. It pushes us to consider how these advancements can redefine agriculture, making it more sustainable, efficient, and adaptable. Reflecting on the themes discussed in this video, we are reminded of the significance these innovations hold for both personal and global scales. They challenge us to envision a future where technology and nature work in harmony, fostering a world where resources are abundant and humanity thrives. They urge us to consider how we can contribute to this journey, whether through supporting sustainable practices, engaging with technological advancements, or simply staying informed about the incredible possibilities that lie ahead. As we close, let's consider these questions. How do you envision the future of agriculture and space colonization? What role do you see for yourself in this unfolding narrative? We invite you to share your thoughts and visions in the comments below, creating a dialogue that could inspire future explorations and innovations. And as an inspiring call to action, I encourage you to delve deeper into these groundbreaking topics. Follow the latest research, support initiatives aimed at sustainable agriculture, and engage with your community on these pressing issues. By doing so, you are not just a spectator in this remarkable journey, but an active participant shaping the future of our world and beyond. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of what could be. The possibilities are endless, and together we hold the power to nurture them into reality. Let's embrace these opportunities with open minds and hopeful hearts, stepping boldly into a future where the boundaries of human potential are limited only by our imagination.